Hey everybody, my name is Philip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. And today we're talking about 5 more things that people just don't know about Northwest Arkansas. So let's talk about that. But before we begin, if you could like this video and also subscribe, that would make the world of difference. I try to produce as much content as humanly possible about Northwest Arkansas and to make sure that my content goes in front of the right people at the right times looking to move here. Hey, that could be you. So thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. All right. And the first thing we want to talk about in Northwest Arkansas that people usually don't talk about, that people don't know about, is the fact that Northwest Arkansas is so clean. And so the reason is because it's so clean because people really do care about the outdoors here. One of the things you'll quickly realize going through all the different cities around the area is that it's so clean. The fact that there's such an outdoor community between the biking, the hiking, the fishing, the swimming, the whole thing, it is a very focused community on keeping the outdoors very clean. Now, obviously, we don't talk about littering laws and stuff like that. Those aren't really like a big thing because you know littering laws don't stop people from littering. It's the fact that we are educated and that we know that the outdoors are such a sacred space around here that we are not going to litter and try to make the outdoors bad around here because we use the outdoors all the time. We're outdoors all the time. We're on the trails all the time. And there's a lot of different initiatives around the area, around the Buffalo River and around different rivers, around all the national forests and even some of the state forests, that they're really big on keeping everything so clean around here. So you can go to any of the different parks and notice how clean they are, how put together they are. We invest so much money into the outdoor section around here between restrooms and different lodges and different places to camp around here. So we want to make sure that everything is super clean because we really do care about the outdoors in Northwest Arkansas. Another thing that people don't talk about in Northwest Arkansas is the fact that we really don't cut trees down around here. Now, coming from Illinois and Chicagoland area, one of the first things you'll notice is if there's a new subdivision, they just level everything. It's all gone. And so when you come into a new subdivision in Illinois, it's like just completely fresh. There's no trees anywhere. It's just like, oh my gosh, this is a barren wasteland. I'm not sure if you've seen that before, but it's a thing. The one thing about Northwest Arkansas is they do take out some trees when it comes to, obviously, if they're making kind of like a new subdivision, but you quickly realize that there's usually farm fields behind there with a lot of tree lines, or there's a forest behind there. And so a lot of times they'll build subdivisions along like kind of forest. So it's kind of like this almost oasis kind of feel when you're in around Northwest Arkansas. So there might not always be necessary like massive trees around everywhere you're at. Maybe if there's a new downtown section, or if there's a new part of Bentonville that's being developed, or maybe Fayetteville particularly. But the thing is that there's going to be a lot of trees no matter where you go in Northwest Arkansas. It is pretty fascinating. I just got back from LA about a month ago, and it was funny going from this tree-heavy state, just like naturally like green everywhere. And then you go to a place like LA, you're like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of concrete here. This is not that pretty. And so you quickly realize in Northwest Arkansas that we don't cut down any trees. We like to be as like basically in nature as much as possible because again, we respect the outdoors. And there's trees that are hundreds of years old here that just have been around forever. Oak trees, white oak trees, different sort of elms and maples that I have willow trees in my backyard, and I love them because I never want to trim them because they're just so massive and just take up so much shade in the area. And anyways, long story short, I love trees, obviously, and so does Northwest Arkansas. So one thing you'll quickly realize here is the fact that we don't cut down trees. That reminds me. I have a 3-day itinerary. So maybe you're thinking about moving down to Northwest Arkansas and you're quickly realizing, oh my gosh, there's so much to do down here, because there is. The 3-day itinerary link below is made for the adventurer, for the sports person, for the kids, for sightseers, for the foodie. There's a 3-day itinerary link down below for you. And also when you do come down here, I can give you the $10 tour so we can check out the whole area. Plus we can check out some homes for sale or for rent and see how far your dollar will go in Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. And the third thing about Northwest Arkansas that you might not necessarily know, and this is specifically about Fayetteville itself, is the fact that 15% of a commercial space's budget, let's say there's a new business coming into town, 15% of that budget has to be dedicated to any outdoor space. So meaning like any sort of like just making the improvements of the outdoors to make sure it's beautiful and part of the outdoor scene. That is just not like they don't rip down everything, all the, again, trees, and then rip down the trees down. They actually have to put back 15% of the budget to the outdoor space. And so you'll notice around Fayetteville is the fact that there's a lot of businesses that have amazing outdoor spaces because they're kind of required to make a great outdoor space for its patrons, for its customers, for people like restaurants. And so a lot of times you'll go in through Fayetteville, you see like, man, there's so much to do outside in Fayetteville, is because of 15% of all the budgets has to go to the outdoors. And it just goes back to the first point saying that we really do care about the outdoors here in Northwest Arkansas. And specifically in Fayetteville, they have to dedicate a portion of their budget to making sure that it is dedicated strictly to the outdoors, because we don't want just barren wastelands of nothing around Fayetteville. We want trees, we want grasses, we want mulch, we want prettiness, we want outdoor spaces, we want to be able to use the outdoor spaces, we want bands, we want music. So definitely check out Fayetteville when it comes to any of those outdoor spaces. And the fourth one, this is kind of unique, and this is maybe specific to me. When I first moved here, I had this running joke when I was driving around. I was always name out, oh, Subaru, Subaru, Subaru. This is Subaru and Jeep country. You cannot go without a little bit of space without seeing more Subarus and more Jeeps. And that's just strictly because the fact that we are a very biking, hiking, outdoor-centric kayaking water community. And so if you come here, you're gonna notice quickly that, first of all, there's a huge Subaru dealership here in NWA. And secondly is the fact that everyone has Subarus because obviously that's what you do when you're in the outdoor scene. And so you're not gonna go very far down the road before you start seeing a Jeep, a Subaru, and anything that's kind of geared towards outdoors, even 4Runners, like the Toyota 4Runners, those are really popular here as well. So anything outdoor space when it comes to vehicles, you are gonna see them, but specifically Subaru, Jeep, you're gonna see them here for sure. And last but certainly not least is the fact that we have historic low unemployment here in Northwest Arkansas, and actually in Arkansas in general. But the fact is we still need thousands and thousands of jobs filled in Northwest Arkansas. And this goes back to a video I just produced a little while ago, so there's a link below for that. But if you're looking to move to Northwest Arkansas and you're concerned about finding a job, yeah, there's thousands of jobs needing to be filled between tech, between any sort of engineering, any sort of like trade, whether you're in building trades or anything like that. There are so many jobs that need to be filled in Northwest Arkansas. There's the video below just kind of explains everything that you need to know. I have a lot of videos on jobs about Northwest Arkansas. Wonder why. But the fact is that we have historic unemployment here in Northwest Arkansas, but we still need thousands of people, jobs being filled here in Northwest Arkansas. So this is just an opportunity for you to, if you're looking to change a pace, maybe you want to move your family to a different environment, maybe more friendly environment, maybe more kid-centric environment, more family-friendly environment. Definitely check out Northwest Arkansas because there are jobs here for you 100%. Between the university, between all the tech startups, between all the buildings and all the engineering, all the different, everything like that, there will be jobs for you 100%. So definitely check out the links below for all the videos, and just again, historic low unemployment here in Northwest Arkansas. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Appreciate you guys watching. Again, if you are thinking about moving down to Northwest Arkansas, download my 3D itinerary link below. Maybe you're an adventurer, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you have kids, maybe you're a foodie, maybe you're a sightseer. There's a 3D itinerary link below for you. And also, when you do come down here, we can check out some homes for sale or for rent and see how far your dollar will go in Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.